Hello everybody, welcome to another day, another VETS bill, which is basically the story of my life at the moment. There is a lesson in this which I've learnt, which is firstly, don't own 4 horses, because between them they can come up lots of ways of earning VETS bills. And also don't breed your own horse, because it's much easier and cheaper to just buy something that's already survived for at least 4 years and is useful. Because the subject of today's VETS bill is this little thing. There she is. Hello. To come and show the people what's going on. Hey, hello Enya. So this is Enya, and she looks a bit odd in her bandage and her mask, don't you? This is my homebred filly, rising 3 this year, which, you know, I was celebrating. Great, we've almost made it to being able to ride you without any big disasters. And then we had a big disaster. So what happened? Just before Christmas, she got a bit of a sore eye, sore right eye, you know, just a bit runny, bit squinty. Had the vet out. Obviously eyes are always emergencies, so we had the vet out. He wasn't very happy with it. Lots of little tiny sort of pinprick marks on the surface of the eye, which are indicative of something more going on. Come on little one, we've got to go in because you've got the vet coming again. And hang on, I'll just turn you around. Here we go. And so we treated it initially with some antibiotic ointment into the eye. Come on in, Enya. Go. Let's sit. Come with me. Come on in. Good girl. Yeah, so we treated it, tried treating it with a week of this antibiotic ointment. It was looking a bit better, and then it was looking not good again. So I got the vet back out, different vet, and I'd already discussed with the original vet, you know, what we would do if it wasn't improving, which was really to refer her in. The other vet looked at her and said, yeah, probably need to go to hospital with this one, because no, come on, go, follow the carrot, come on in. I'm not to bring your horse in from the field. This is, come on, follow the carrot. I've only got one hand, come on. Yeah, good girl. And so, yeah, she ended up being referred, good girl, up to see the specialist at the hospital, who had a really good look at both eyes and diagnosed that she has a condition called uveitis in her right eye. If you want to see more about uveitis, go back and watch one of Lucy's previous videos, because Incy also had uveitis. Hello, there's everybody. Incy also had uveitis, and cost a hell of a lot of money trying to save her eyes, which they did successfully do, and she seems to have thankfully managed to go through treatment and come out the other side of it. Basically, uveitis is a lifelong painful inflammatory condition of the eye, and once they've got it, particularly the kind that she's got, which is called posterior uveitis, which means that inflammation is at the back of the eye. Good girl. That's kind of it really. You're only on a course to just trying to manage flare-ups. So anyway, long story short, she had a bad corneal ulcer on the front of the eye, which is what was ultimately causing the most pain. So she stayed at the vet hospital to have that treated. It was very slow to respond to treatment. She was there for 2 weeks, I think, over Christmas and New Year. It cost me, well, I want to be real with you guys, it cost me nearly £5,000 just to have her there and have her treated for an ulcer. She was like hooked up to a lavage system, so they sewed a little tube in through her eyelid and tried to treat it like that. We had some frank discussions about whether we continue, to be honest. It's a lot of money to spend on a 2-year-old, that you don't know, but you know, you breed them, so you love them. And she's very sweet, and she was very good and tolerant for all, don't eat my head, for all of her treatment. And we got on top of the ulcer. They did a great job up there, and brought her home in January, beginning of January. Then managed it at home quite successfully for about 3 weeks, and then it started being painful again. And so vet came back out, wasn't happy, she had another ulcer, so we made the decision to send her up there and have her eye removed. And that was nearly a week ago now, yeah, isn't it? So she had her right eye removed. Didn't really want to do it. If you can save the eye, it's better to, but I couldn't spend another £5,000 just getting on top of the ulcer like the first time and still have a bad outcome for the eye once they've got bad uveitis, and hers was bad, and she had a big cataract as well, which means that her vision was already quite restricted. There's just not much else you can do. So yeah, they had her in and they took the eye out. It's called enucleation. It's a standing surgery, which means they just, oh I know, they just sedate them really heavily, and they do it with them just sedated in the stocks, which, oh, I mean, the idea to us is absolutely grim. Like, imagine someone going at your eye with a scalpel and gouging. Better not to think about it. She was very sleepy, she didn't know anything about it, and she's absolutely fine. So she stayed at the vet clinic until a couple of days ago, so she stayed there for about 5 days, I think. 2 reasons: partly because I wanted to give it the best chance up there of, you know, having an easy recovery. I opted to put a prosthetic eye in, which means, although it won't look like a sort of eyeball, unlike what you can do in humans, that would be hugely expensive in horse, but it will just fill up the empty socket, but it comes with a slightly higher risk of infection, so I left her there a bit longer. She's been home 2 days. She's been very good, aren't you, despite trying to consume me right now. And everybody fell in love with her up there, which is sweet, because she'd never actually been in a stable or anything before, and she just went in and got on with it, no fuss. And today I'm having her bandage changed, so she's got to try and keep the bandage on. I mean, you can see it's really muddy because I let her out and she rolled. We've got to try and keep the bandage on for another week, which I'm not that optimistic about. I keep her in. She stays in this little shed when it's raining and at night, but otherwise, you know, she's really used to living out, so I'm trying to, now the weather's nicer, I'm trying to have her out in the little paddock. I've got a nice clean paddock for her, although still managed to find mud, you little horror, didn't you? Yeah. So we're gonna see. The vet's coming in a minute, so we're gonna see how it looks. I'll show you guys what it looks like in there. You've got a very sore eye. Poor little Enya. Hey, poor little Enya. Not good, is it? Not good. So here we go. This is what we look like at the moment. So obviously still a bit swollen. She only had the surgery 5 days ago. That's what we look like at the moment. It will obviously, swelling will come down. And hopefully, I'm hoping, because she's got quite a pretty little head normally, haven't you? And because she's quite a dark colour, I'm hoping it'll just basically end up looking like she's got a shut eye rather than a no eye. Oh, I know, need a little bit more sedation. Put the bandage back on. Good girl. So yeah, that's our update on Enya and the latest VETS bill. Join us again soon. Hopefully I won't have quite so many disaster stories to tell.